blastmusic247.com. We're changing the industry, one artist at a time.
Perfect. Hello.
Hey, quick! How do you spell Alfredo?
I swear to God.
ALFREDO. Alfredo.
Hold on, because I'm looking on my store shelves right now, and there is no Alfredo sauce here. Okay,
It's
It's not a me thing.
ALFREDO.
Well, first of all, you don't call it Alfredo sauce. You just call it Alfredo.
I'm not
but
spelling
like,
anything.
but
Anyway, let me introduce and then you guys can rabbit trail all you wish. Good evening, everybody. Welcome deep in the building. I got GOOB, Dizzy, EBTCH, Freak, and DRay, the producer. We are Powers Up International. How is everybody doing this evening?
Awesome.
Fantastic.
I'll be doing better, but my husband informed me today that he needed to take off today, and he's gonna be gone for 2 days.
That was a dude move.
I was like, I just got you.
Wow.
On a Tuesday?
Yeah, I guess it's offering him free time at a wind tunnel, and he's like, I'm out of here. Peace.
Wow.
I mean, I take that up.
I have never used that before. Let me write that down.
That goes into a book of excuses.
Well, wind tunnel is like, they've got 3 hours of wind tunnel time, and apparently 1 hour wind tunnel time is like $1,000 Canadian. And they've got 3 hours that him and his friends are all going to split, and they're not going to charge him. So I'm like, whatever, go.
Oh, wow.
I know I do this for a living, but I'm gonna go do it for fun now.
Right?
I mean, I guess technically he gets to do the free falling without the the landing part, so it's a win.
Man, outside people are weird. Outdoor cats are weird.
Well, yeah. They tend to
Why
get
does
feral.
Why does it keep trying to autocorrect? I want Alfredo.
You know what
not
I don't
Alfredo.
get is Alfredo is literally European.
yeah,
I just
Isn't it technically Italian? Isn't it Italian?
they're in goddamn Europe.
I think you of all people could emphasize with not being raised right. You know,
I don't know. We've had that discussion about Belgian waffles and French fries, so I don't know. Could be American made.
This
Let
literally.
you guys do you. I'm gonna play a video game.
That's literally like ask
playing
him
Hearthstone.
to what are pork and beans, and it's like pork and beans. Don't y'all eat beans at like every meal?
It's like, what?
I swear to God.
Apparently, Freak is trying to show something.
I guess so.
He said, "I will
I don't
defend
have
my
enough-
name and my nation."
What is happening
where
here?
is the? I can't bring it in. But
We somehow derailed ourselves before we started.
We're not even
think that's a
talking
new
about anything
record.
relevant to the podcast.
There we go. Look.
It's
I see no Alfredo.
the white
I guess
sauce.
It's the white sauce.
Creamy sauce for
Free.
It's just
lasagna.
called creamy lasagna sauce.
That is
Okay,
not
it's not my uncivilizedness. It is
Flush your mind.
the UK's.
Alfredo.
I do not accept this.
Sauce for lasagna.
I refuse.
Give me
all of 30
jar of
seconds,
creamy
but I'm
sauce.
done.
I don't know what to tell you.
I am done.
I clearly need to take an edible.
I'm sober. I should.
Cheers, Dizzy.
Anyway, how was everyone else's week?
Oh, Freak ruined
I'm
it.
called out for not knowing what Alfredo is.
Who the fuck doesn't know what Alfredo sauce is?
Okay, we were talking today. Me and Freak ran into a language barrier issue earlier today.
I think we have one right now.
And he was talking about getting his dad a Leatherman.
A what?
And I'm like, is that
That's a jacket.
Yeah, he wants a leather man. Yeah.
I'm like,
That's a jacket.
is that like a Gerber?
Yeah, that's a Gerber.
Yeah, that's where we derailed right there. Freak had no
How
idea
can you
what a
say the word Gerber
was.
and not think that's ridiculous?
No, you said Leatherman. I thought your dad just came out. I was almost happy for him.
No, it's like a multi-tool, right?
Gerber.
What the fuck is that? And
Dude,
he
this
just
is
described it. I'm
literally
like,
called
that's
a
like a fucking
Leatherman.
Gerber.
There you go.
This is
Gerber.
literally called a Leatherman.
You know,
Look.
right here, this invisible
Look.
thing right in front of your
Leatherman.
fucking
Hey.
face.
It's literally
See?
called a Leatherman.
Yeah, see, I'd never heard of a
No,
Leatherman before, so
Gerber.
I was like, what the fuck is that? And I'm like, that's a Gerber. And he said, what the fuck is a Gerber? And then we went on like a 10-minute like war of nations.
The only Gerber I know is the bald head white baby on a jar of baby food.
Why he gotta be white?
They didn't have no black babies on there. I can tell you that much.
Hey, there was this thing called Jim Crow. You want to have that conversation?
I don't think have they ever had a black baby on Gerber?
I need to.
Probably when Ancient Mama got her bandana taken off her head.
Hard-hitting
Yeah.
on power-ups.
I was thinking the same thing, Dizzy. The important stuff, you know.
But yeah, no, I'm excited about our podcast this week.
We're
Indeed.
getting to the bottom of this today.
July 3rd, 2024. Akil Sonny McLeod makes history as first black Gerber baby
What's the first name there?
this year.
This
Say that-
year.
What?
Say that first name again.
Akil?
Can you spell that for me?
A-K-I-L.
Okay. I thought she was trying to say Achilles, and I was like all ready to call her on the accent again.
First of
No,
all,
I
why
don't-
would you name a black baby Achilles?
I don't know.
I mean, that's a pretty cool name.
Okay, there are a lot of words I don't know how to say, which I mean,
Wait a
we have
minute.
an entire list. But I know how to say Achilles. Look at his face.
Achilles?
Achilles? Did you just say Achilles?
Fuck you!
Oh, let's say it. Vindication.
What has happened? It's only 9 minutes into this thing. What has happened?
Became,
30 seconds in.
became PUI to SJWs up in this mug. What in the world?
Okay, wait. Anyways,
All right. Go ahead.
this year was the first black Gerber baby. That is so not on topic. Don't.
There is one.
He said go
Sorry.
ahead like that was.
Hey, well done.
Have you got your croutons there?
Well,
Actually, no, I'm out of croutons.
let me ask you guys this question.
My time has come.
Yeah?
Has anyone watched House of the Dragon?
Absolutely.
I watched like season 1.
Okay. Then here lies the question. Do you agree or disagree?
I agree.
haven't seen it.
I agree 1000%.
I agree as well.
But
It was
but if you think about it, if you are someone who has watched Game of Thrones, you know, in the past, you know what they're doing. They always have a really, really good episode followed by one that's crappy to make you watch the next season. You know, like the episode before this, for those of you who have not watched it, let me just say, dragons like their marshmallows toasted.
no doubt.
As do we all.
No, you don't.
Not like this.
Not like them.
They like
Not-
this stuff. Well done.
I don't think that meant what you think that meant.
They was snap. Hey, they were
Very,
snapping
very
them like
good.
Slim Jims. You do not,
Yeah, that's
Well,
how
I mean,
the
Disney
marshmallows.
unless you're into that, and you know, we don't judge on Power Ups International.
Not at all.
Unless you're my wife.
DRay judges me constantly.
I do
Oh,
because
I got
you deserve it.
Stuck in my head now.
He says I deserve
You
it.
you always
You know what I
FAFO.
You know what I noticed? Is
What do you notice?
you always talk shit about
Eh?
me having a girlfriend, but nobody said a damn thing about him having a girlfriend.
Because you're cool with it.
First and foremost, we don't get into your personals. I do.
You spread our personal.
Yeah.
There's so much shit off
So-
of that.
I don't recall ever
To
saying
my knowledge, I don't think I've ever asked a question.
Yeah, you just like to open your
so
big
much
fat
shit over
mouth
that.
and-
Or fucking listen.
However, I do find it fascinating, but I'm old enough to know that there's just some things I don't want to ask.
Polyamory has become like really popular, seemingly, or at least people are a lot more open about it, which is kind of cool. I'm noticing a lot of that online.
Owie.
No, like I couldn't get in. Like I could not get motivated to watch House of the Dragon. Like I enjoyed Game of Thrones. I was excited about it. I was right there with everyone else, losing my mind over the series finale.
Mm-hmm.
But when House of the Dragon came out, I'm just like, I feel like I'm done with this universe right now. We parted on good terms, and
I can understand that. I feel the
do
same way.
do I want to get back into that relationship?
Or even more so, do I want to see Matt Smith in this situation?
Oh,
Not really.
Right? Like I
don't want to see the Doctor with his no eyebrows.
Exactly, it's the eyebrows which threw me. Because like me and Freak, we watch Doctor Who. We know we love our Matt Smith, right? But when I saw the first trailer for House of the Dragons and he was there eyebrowless, and he had thin eyebrows as it was, but when they took them all away and then bleached his hair, I'm just like, he kind of looks like an alien now.
At least put a fez on him, you know?
Like he looks more like an alien in that than in the show where he is an actual alien.
Wow, that's wild.
His hair is so dark though. Why doesn't he have any eyebrows?
His hair is not particularly dark.
It's like brunette.
It's brunette, but it's a really light brunette.
It's English brunette.
I don't know this picture.
It's not like brunette.
I mean, that's the thing.
As the black people try to wrap their heads around that one.
I mean, you heard me say it, didn't you? Didn't you, Pete? I was like, what? Huh?
But no, and I told myself, because House of the Dragons started at the same time as what there was that Lord of the Rings show, right?
Yep.
And I was really excited for that, but for some reason I haven't watched that either.
Oh, you need to.
Oh, yeah,
it was
I need
actually
to.
good.
Now that is
I really
probably
liked
one of the best shows on TV.
But I don't know if I have the bandwidth for another show. There's so many shows. Like the market is so saturated, right? Like there's so many shows, especially if you're into shit like, us and our fucking anime, right? Like, okay, so there's like a bazillion shows and there's 5 bazillion animes. I'm like,
yeah, that
yeah, I rewatched the same 5.
That's not ending anytime soon. The anime watching.
it's so we have so much fun.
I have another question to ask.
Yes.
Uh-oh.
Have you ever had this situation when the video game makes you sit through the boss's speech every time you die and
100%.
respawn?
100%. Whoever puts unskippable cutscenes into a game,
they need to be shot on site.
they have a special circle of hell reserved just for them. Like, I get it the first time. If it's like an important plot point, fine, make it unskippable. One time. If you've already seen that cutscene, and that's logged in your game that you've seen that cutscene before, make it skippable.
I can go as far back as Street Fighter fighting Sagat. Oh, that dude used to piss me off so much.
I could go back.
Laugh at you.
I could go back as far as Metal Gear Solid.
Yeah, that'll be the one.
Yeah. So many.
Dude,
You're just sitting up there hitting the X button and nothing is happening.
is it the one with the dude that reads your memory card? Is it that one?
No, it's the speeches between the scenes.
He certainly had a long one, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
That's
he
what she
did.
said.
I'm thinking also Dead Souls.
Fucking late.
I'm lost with you, DRay. It's all good. Hey, Goob, what about you? You had a game that used to piss you off that way?
I don't remember. Those games I play nowadays, you can skip that shit.
Or doesn't have it anyway.
Does anyone
I
just
have a
sit
game.
there like calmly pressing like the A button on the controller or space or enter or whatever, just like come on. Me,
Or you do the whole combo where you're just going like this, hitting all the buttons at once.
I will take my controller and I will point it at the TV and I'm like, trying to get it to stop, right? Like I will straight up rage on it.
Go away.
My least favorite are when you launch a game and you can't skip any of the company logos.
That's annoying.
Mm-hmm.
And they're just like hitting keys, like which one works? Summer escape, summer enter.
I wouldn't mind, but I don't pay attention anyway, so it still doesn't help me know who made it. If I want to know, I'll look it up. How that shit.
I've seen them
I
all.
like some of the company logos ones. Like some of them make me happy, like the Gearbox one.
They used to be
I
cool.
wouldn't skip that, even if I could. I probably can, but I'm too excited to hear that kid go Gearbox. Like I fucking love it.
You guys remember when it was in the game? Or to challenge everything? Back when NVIDIA logos were cool.
No, I don't. I don't remember that.
Oh, no. What about the Tony Hawk's one? That was a pretty cool one.
Remember, they used to put cool designs on their like GPU boxes. Now it's just blank with a number.
What? I have
like
a
the
GPU box under my desk.
Yeah, you remember how back in the day when they used to have like cool like pictures on them, and now they look lame.
Not lame.
Yeah, that's lame.
Mine's pretty cool. Do I need to go dig mine out? I think it's in the garage.
It's pretty.
No, he didn't say that's lame.
I'm sorry, is my 1080 Ti the lame?
No, you just don't like yours because it's solid white.
No.
Like, of course it's not pretty.
Still white, it blocks me out.
Oh, that's so boring. You didn't get the auras.
And then what I
Get
got
the
is
auras.
it came
I would-
with like a bunch
yeah.
of strict stickers and shit. I think I
Okay,
still
I'm
have
gonna-
some in here.
I'm gonna find some OG pictures.
I got my little
Send
desk
you,
guy
bro.
from it.
Okay, I brought a thing, despite my multiple tangents today. I used a big kid word. Oh god, this can't be good.
Okay. It's that sudden stop that always catches me off guard.
All right, I have used all the
Loading.
stickers already.
Processing.
Anyhow,
Well, while she's looking that up, I have something to talk about that I have prepped.
yep, go ahead.
Ooh.
So the new Helldivers update came out today.
Yes, it did.
August 6th. It is called, what was it called? Something Liberty. Let me look.
That's a good question.
Let me click on it. But anyway, me and Freak and Sam took a little tour of
I
it.
sent you something, Troy.
Okay.
And we, I feel like we enjoyed it. Like we took it right up to one of the harder difficulties so that we could see some of the new baddies. Escalation of Freedom is what it's called.
Okay.
And
The tentacle
so,
monsters are pretty rad.
like we've got the there's a new difficulty, new maps and everything. There was like this new acid storm thing. But I feel like the real chaos happened when the big tentacle monster started.
That one is crazy.
Right? Like basically this giant charger like thing shows up. And it like puts its hooks into the ground and these giant tentacles burst out of the ground. And I wish I'd grabbed some screen clips. I probably should have.
Currently looking to see if I
But
have.
and this thing will straight up chase you across the map. So like you cannot get away from these tentacles.
Yeah, I saw it. It's pretty nasty. The what do you call it? The Impaler. That's the name of it.
Yes.
Master Line.
I have my thing pulled up when you're done.
We were having a lot of fun with that today. We got to play it for probably like 3 or 4 rounds. And we had a lot of fun with that.
Also, Diablo 4 released something today, which is season 5.
Oh, did that come out today?
They sure did.
I'm okay. I think I still got it installed. If not, I'm gonna reinstall it because I want to check out that Spiritborn.
Okay. All right. I want to thank y'all for completely ignoring the fact that we were over here dying. And
You guys seem like you needed a moment.
You gotta show them the
Dizzy.
picture. I'm crying.
Dizzy, I commend your professionalism.
I'm crying.
Well, as a tech support veteran and a call center veteran, my ability to ignore bullshit is unequaled.
I feel like I think they need to see the picture.
Oh my makeup.
I put it in a group chat.
But anyway, I'll look at that later.
No,
But yeah, so like the escalation of here now, I feel like they did some like updated graphics and everything. And I do feel like it put an extra strain on my computer. Ass freak, I was having a lot of lag problems. I had to switch to my laptop. But it was worth it because it is beautiful. Like the new weather's beautiful. The way the environment sort of like moves and shifts is beautiful. I really was having a lot of fun, and I was kind of bummed when we had to stop. So
I'll definitely check it out.
It's definitely worth a look, and it's free. You don't have to pay for it or anything. You just have to download it.
That's the beautiful part. So yeah, Diablo, Helldivers. There's another game that came out that had updates. I can't remember. Or
let's see here.
It was like the day of updates.
It was a big one, eh? No Man's Sky had a big update, didn't it? Like so much so that people are getting back into the game. Like it was a huge update. They're saying basically No Man's Sky is now its own sequel. I don't know. Did that update come out? If not, it's going to. I will look up the release date, but I know that's a big one.
I'll never look at Alfredo the same.
You ruined my makeup. All right, so Call of Duty. No, I'm here. All right. Where was I? Call of Duty Warzone had a new map leak with other details about Black Ops 6. Like it said earlier this week, but people have already been complaining like nonstop about the new maps, and I don't know if they're gonna go back and fix it or if they're just not gonna do anything with it. But everybody on here is saying it's horrible. Like the new map is just that bad. It's the Avalon. Is that right? Avalon?
Avalon.
It's the Avalon.
I think it's Avalon.
And so the majority of the fans said that it's open fields and water, which is the worst thing for that kind of gameplay.
The game hasn't been good since like the first Warzone, so I'm not too surprised.
Like I dabbled in Warzone a little bit, like when we used to play. But
yeah, when you used to take your aggression out on the trees. Yep.
Yeah, and I used to take my aggression out on the trees. And it was funny because like we'd be running around the map and I would get my ass handed to me all the time, but then I would get to the gulag and I was weirdly good at the gulag.
Yeah.
Hey, can you not run in Black Ops or something? Or like jump, run and jump. Can you jump?
You can run and jump. They might. They're always fiddling with if you can like slide cancel and all that crap.
Part of the
new
new
one's got like full on like pivoting while sliding, like, super movement.
Well, part of the new update lets you run and jump forwards, backwards, left, and right. But I didn't know if that was like relevant, if you could actually run or not.
Running backwards. I think that's a new one. I lost whatever was coming after that.
I'm sorry. This is my fault. I get it. My fault. I'm so sorry.
I lost whatever was coming after that.
I did it.
You know you're supposed to share the stuff after podcast.
No, but it's more fun to do it live. But I shouldn't have done it.
He made me buffer, but then I couldn't bounce back.
But anyway,
We digress.
Anyways,
We digress.
Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 is getting a new update this month. What is Disney Dreamlight Valley?
It's like a Disney sim.
It's a princess in a plaid
Oh.
shirt.
Now I'm gonna go Google.
That's a game I saw that seems interesting. There seems like there's going to be a Funko version of the Lego game. What I
There's
saw
a
was
princess in
Shaun
a
of the
plaid
Dead.
shirt.
It was cool.
They got new characters.
So you get this run around
There's
as a
so many
Funko,
games,
like
it's
Funko Pop
hard.
characters, and then you
Funko Pop version of like Shaun of the Dead and stuff. Yeah, it looks really
Oh
good.
shit!
Yeah,
What they call that, chibi?
yeah, I think that counts as chibi.
Fortnite is getting 3 new X-Men skins.
That tracks.
We don't talk about Fortnite here, babe.
Somebody brought it up. Like,
You just talk
I
about
have
COD
it
and
on short.
Fortnite. I feel like
Hey, Young MC brought up Fortnite. Why can't we?
He's a guest.
cool.
he has more
We
say
know
than
better. Yeah, no, they've always got some pretty cool skins.
Cyclops, Jubilee, and Colossus.
So, none of the cool ones.
I was just gonna ask that.
Cyclops is cool.
Cyclops is lame.
That don't, they don't
Colossus
sound like
is
the most
Oh
cool.
my
popular.
god, he is whiny and lame and
Oh.
It's not in the cartoon.
They
Wow.
don't sound like the most popular ones though.
You think? Oh no, they probably could afford Deadpool. Wolverine.
Deadpool's probably already in there, I think.
You might be
I would
right.
have thought so.
Probably
I
Wolverine.
know.
I've been
I know we're about to hit our break, but Dizzy, new Harry Potter game coming out next month. You ready?
What game?
The
It's
Quidditch.
called Quidditch Champion. It's going to be on PS5, 4, Xbox Series, Xbox One. I might be able to play it. Switch
It's on Steam.
and PC. September
Lord.
3rd.
That sounds like a
gonna be
sports
like-
game I could get into.
Rocket League with witches.
Yeah,
I'm sold.
I'm gonna see if there's a
Freak! I challenge you to Quidditch.
Ah, okay. Your ass. It's wizard football.
You know what? Like,
Technically, it's a British sport. So
Okay, you know what? What house would Freak be in?
Freak, have you done the test?
I think I have.
Slytherin for sure. He's a
It's
dude.
been a minute.
No.
I was gonna ask if there are
no.
ones
Well,
for
you know what?
assholes that like, you know, betray
I-
everybody.
Oh no,
Test.
they'd have to make their own new one. It'd have to be the beans.
I did the test like 4
The
times.
beans.
Right? I did the test like 4 times, and I got the
Right.
same result like every time.
Or the anti
I'm straight up a Slytherin. Because I kept trying to get into one of the other houses, and I just gave up and have accepted my fate. I'm Slytherin.
Yeah.
I tend to end up getting either Gryffindor or Hufflepuff, though.
I
Gryffindor.
don't know. You strike me as Ravenclaw. I don't know why.
You think? I don't think I'm smart enough for Ravenclaw.
I didn't giggle at him in the smart house. I didn't do that.
So attacked today.
Oh,
Just because I don't
jeez.
know what Alfredo is, I don't get to be in Ravenclaw. Oh, I see how it is.
When you come
Don't worry.
visit, I'll make
Who
you Alfredo.
doesn't know what Alfredo is?
Oh,
It's
jeez.
just pasta sauce. This week we're having the white one. Next week it's the red
The
one. You know,
white one and the red one.
the creamy one and the tomatoey one.
Hold on. Wait. Stop out. Time
He's
out. Time
not
out. Time
wrong.
out.
We
No,
can't be
I don't
friends
use
with
the
him anymore.
fancy words
Wait,
like
wait.
Alfredo.
Please, wait. Say the tomatoey one again. Say that again.
Tomatoey one. No.
I need a sample of that.
Tomato one.
Tomato?
Tomato.
I can't
Tomato.
even.
Tomato.
I
Yeah.
can't even
Tomato.
say it.
What's tomato with you?
Tomato.
I swear to God.
Tomato.
I feel like it's last
Tomato.
service of the week time.
Sound like a plan. Hey, we are going to play one of my favorite bands, UK based. They're
Let's
called
go.
Life and Motto, and this is called Smile
that.
at the Camera. Love this song. Check it out. And that was Life in Mono with Smile at the Camera. And if you are an independent artist or a spoken word poet or up and coming comedian looking for some exposure, you can go to blastmusic247.com and register for free. But Blast is also looking for the fans. So if you're a fan of great music, you can also go to blastmusic247.com, register as an unlimited fan, and have access to hundreds of independent music. Blast, we're constantly changing the industry one artist at a time. Boom.
Bet.
So
I got a question.
Go ahead.
How many of you guys have ever, this is going to be a dumb question, but how many of you guys ever shopped at GameStop? All right. How many of you have ever gotten the Game Informer magazine that came at GameStop, in GameStop? They have announced they are shutting down after 33 years.
I just saw that earlier.
Yeah, the magazine is going away, and they've not really given an official reason why it's going away, because it's still one of the most popular magazines in circulation. But it is going away.
Don't they have an online presence anyways?
No, not anymore. They
I
took
don't
everything
think
off
I've
the
ever
website.
gotten the GameStop gaming. Like, I've got like the gaming magazine. Like, if I'm in the mood, like I want to flip through a physical magazine, I usually go by PC Gamer.
Right. Right.
Look, their Game Informer is usually like one of the top ones. I was literally just like 20 minutes before the podcast started telling Freak that I use Game Informer to see what games people are bitching about for what reason. And they took everything off their website. Like, they're just gone.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
no
crazy.
warning, no reasons, nothing, just gone.
That's another big shocker. Like when Blockbuster went out of business, we never saw that happening. And when that, when that
Did y'all
went,
know there's still a Blockbuster?
You know what's funny about that? In business school, they teach you about Blockbuster. Right, I think it was like maybe mid 90s. These two guys walked in and said, "Hey, we have this idea that instead of people coming to the Blockbuster to rent videos, we're just going to send people DVDs to their house. Would you guys mind funding this idea we have called Netflix?"
They say no.
And they said no.
yep.
Oh,
Laughed
yeah,
at
they put themselves out of business.
Exactly. And
Out
they
of
teach
big
you
business.
that business 101 that when you get too big to pivot, and Netflix versus Blockbuster.
Yep.
So, yeah.
That sucks. There is still one Blockbuster store in the US, and they run like one of the best Facebook pages too, but that's all there is. I didn't know they put
I
themselves out of
missed
business.
it. Like, going to Blockbuster was just nice. Like any video rental store, which like most of them are gone now. Like that was sort of like a date night thing. Like I would like Sam would come pick me up because that's back when I still lived at home when we started dating, right? And he would come pick me up and we would drive to like Blockbuster or one of the other video places. We'd walk around for like a half hour picking a video that we wanted, find out they didn't have any copies. Then we'd go find another video that we wanted. And then we would take it back and watch it, and that was our date.
Then you get the candy on the way out.
Mm-hmm.
That was a big deal.
The popcorn. Like,
I remember
that was
doing
like
it as a
whole
kid. That
part of
was-
the experience. Right now, it's just like we sit on the couch and we're like, Netflix, what's on? Like, it's not as fun.
You know what was even better was working at Blockbuster. I used to be an assistant manager, and we could get like 10 movies for free a night because we had to be experts on the movies. So we could take home 10 movies, take home games.
That was another thing. You used to be able to rent games. So now, if you want to play a game start to finish, like most of them are digital now, so you have to go pay full price for that game. It used to be that you could like just go in, rent it for a weekend, beat the whole thing, and then bring it back. So instead of spending like $80, you spent like $8.
If that. And I remember when Blockbuster used to actually rent game systems. So like what was it? I think it's Nintendo.
I rented the N64 a few times.
Yeah, right.
The good old days.
Yeah. You rent N64 and Iggy's Wrecking Ball. That was my weekend right there. Oh, he's underwater.
You went underwater, DRay.
Somebody
Bloop, 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 bloop.
turned into a robot.
Y'all hear me?
Yeah, we
we
can.
Okay. I was just saying, shout out to the informer and everybody that got laid off. Welcome to the real world.
No doubt.
Yeah.
So I know a lot of our people are definitely into simulators and keeping things as real as possible. Let's see how real this is.
You know,
I can hear watching that.
I could be mistaken, but I'm pretty sure I've seen that machine on Howard Stern.
Like that's a little extreme. Like, do you remember when you used to be able to go to the arcades and you get in like the big games, so you'd actually have to like sit in full body and close you and shit, and like the seats would shake and the steering wheels or whatever it is would shake, the guns. I feel like that's about as far as I'm willing to go.
Well, we were talking about the the Freaky People theaters when Freak was out of the country, and how they do. DRay's just fun. He noped out, and how they would do like you know sounds and smell and vibrations, probably maybe I don't know.
Yikes.
Good one.
I hate you. Anyways, with like VR, if you were to have that on a game, it would add a little bit to the immersiveness, but also I'm pretty sure I would turn into a Caesar salad immediately. So
I don't think I could play that. Like I tried to play Phasmophobia like one time in VR, and I noped out in the fucking lobby. Like,
I love it in VR. I love it in VR.
Like I remember, I think it was a Jurassic Park game at like Jillian's back in the day where you had to sit in it. It was like you were sitting in car. Yeah, and you know
I
that
know
was
one that still has that.
I wanted to get. Yeah, so
like it reaches a point where I'm like, okay, if it's this intense, I'll just go do the real thing.
what's the game that's like Phasmophobia?
I like the way you
Ghost
think.
Watchers or Demonologists.
All right. So first
Like
of all,
I have a genre of games that I like.
second of all, my favorite Dizzy video is of her logging into Demonologist and looking around the base house, and I was sitting on the bed on the other side of the room. Frick already knows where I'm going. I was sitting on the bed on the other side of the room, and she was like, see, look, the bathroom doesn't have anything scary in it. And then something pops out of the water in the bathtub, and she screamed so loud, I heard it through his headphones from a room away.
Yeah.
And I have never laughed so fucking hard. It's my favorite.
Her and Goob were just dying in the background on this video. I was so fed up because I had just logged into this game, and it was like the first time like the first or second time I had booted it up, and I was streaming it so the Goob could see the lobby because I was trying to talk him into buying it. And
that sold it so fast though.
And I was showing him around the lobby, and I'm like, see, here's this, and here's this, and this is kind of spooky. Here's the bathroom. I mean, there's like a little body part over here, but there's nothing bad over here. And then there's like a word written in the bathtub. I'm like, oh, Banshee. And then a ghost started crawling out of the bathtub at me, and I screamed so loud. I love little Easter eggs in video games, but not when it makes me have to change my pants. But
it is forever my favorite Dizzy video.
It is fantastic.
But so I just read this little off topic. So I was thinking, well, you know, you guys were talking about like patches coming out and games coming out, and I was thinking, well, what movies are coming out that I could talk about? And you know what comes out this weekend, everybody?
What's that?
Snorterland.
Borderlands.
Oh, the movie.
The 9th.
I'm so looking forward to you talking crap about that next week.
So I'm gonna give it an honest shake. Maybe
What
it'll
are
somehow
any of you
straddle the
talking
line
about?
between
The
the fact that it's a
Borderlands
genre that
Because
it's a series that I love,
said a
but
different
I
word,
also
and none of it was
love
Borderlands.
campy, horrible movies, and I'm hoping it'll have enough for both to have me forgive them for everything they're gonna get wrong. So I'm gonna go see it. Obviously, everyone already knows we're gonna see it, but that is coming out this weekend, and I feel like I'm prepared because I got to see Deadpool this past weekend. So I'm like, okay, I've had good. I'm prepared. Oh, Troy, so good. But I was also just reading because I started these videos. I'm updating all my games on my laptop right now. It's in front of me, and I saw Borderlands had an update. I'm like, well, that hasn't had an update for like a year, right? So I looked it up, and if you are a Borderlands 3 fan like me, log in, because now there are 4 new player heads, 4 new player skins, 4 new trinkets, 2 new echo skins, and 1 new global weapon skin, all to celebrate the movie coming out this weekend. So, I mean, I'm already updating my Borderlands so I can log in and get this because I love all the vanity things. But I think I'm kind of, I don't know, something's wrong with me because I'm kind of starting to look forward to going to see this. Now,
She
that
said something's wrong with
may
me.
change. Like, I'll be on Discord the next day, guys. I'll be on Discord the next day, and we'll know if the world is ending. But I'm gonna give it an honest shake.
Let's see here. Oh, you go ahead.
Who pressed the button?
Blame Freak.
Did me
I
saying something
did
positive about the
nothing.
Borderlands movie literally crash the stream?
You know, some of my favorite video game characters are in the Borderlands games. Like, I can't play them
Oh, there's
anymore,
so
but
many
they're
good
still
ones.
my favorite.
So many good ones, whether they're main
I can watch it,
characters
it'd be
or
fun.
like weird little quest characters. I mean, forever, one of my favorite quest lines in Borderlands 2 is going to be the Top Gun volleyball quest, where you go and there's all these NPCs named just a little bit different enough to, make copywriting happy than the actors or their character names there, and it's this volleyball thing at an army base. And it's so hilarious. That's forever. But then you've got other characters like Tiny Tina. Everyone loves Tiny Tina.
Tiny Tina is my favorite.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh,
I've never played Borderlands.
Oh,
Jugs of Poppin' that works at the bar.
you know what? If you think we're funny when we get joking around, you like that level of humor, go play Borderlands. It's a beautiful game artistically. It's got amazing music in it. And it's just
Tons of guns.
You laugh nonstop the whole time.
Almost too many guns.
No such thing.
No, you cannot have too many guns.
Just spend so much time looting and like comparing. Oh, is this gun slightly better? Oh, this one explodes, but slightly less damage.
You know, I've gotten really frustrated with Borderlands, not because of Dizzy's anger things, like not the angry nerding things, but like I just can't play it anymore. It's too fucking flashy, and
God, learn a new pity card. Learn a new pity card. It's always the flashies with you.
I know, I'm exhausting.
It says here a total of 1,500 to 1,700 parts, with as many as 35 on an epic gun, allows there to be a much larger number of possible weapons than ever before. One of the trailers promised over 1 billion gun possibilities, a number that is actually well under the true.
I live in Texas, and that is too many guns.
Well, it's about rolls. Like, there's a whole bunch of set guns, but there's all the different rolls on the guns. Like, you can have a gun with fire damage, frost damage, explosive. You can have one that buffs your pet or buffs your shield or eats your shield and buffs your damage. And, like, it's just, you can create a build which is truly, truly tailored to your play style because there are so many combinations.
Well,
wow.
I love
something you brought up that it was kind of a question that I had. I was actually in a gamer group, I hadn't really joined it yet, but I mentioned some of the games that I like because I like a lot of mobile games. And someone commented and said, "Well, you're not a real gamer if all you play is mobile."
I hate those people.
And
We call
so
them geeks.
that led me to, like, you know, I was thinking about it. I was like, okay, I'm gonna bring this up Tuesday. So I'm looking at this statistic from Kevaroo Games. They had an article talking about mobile gaming versus PC gaming.
Okay, yeah, but
Did
no.
you guys know? Hold on, before you go on your rant.
I am, because I'm about to go on a tangent.
Yeah, of all of the gaming platforms in 2022, only 28% were on a console, 22% were on PC, and the other percentage, the large percentage, was on mobile. And so my question to you guys is, why do people try to kind of say mobile gamers are not real gamers? Why is that?
I don't understand, because I mean, how is a mobile game, a game on your phone, how is that different than a Game Boy?
No,
Small,
that's
it's
the problem
handheld,
though.
it's limited
It's not
controls.
the difference.
It's the
It's
elitism.
the elitism, because those same people would turn around and see somebody playing Sims on a PC and say that Sims players aren't gamers, even though they're on a PC. It's the elitism between it. It's not about the game or what you're using. It's, I need to be better than you.
I wouldn't argue on that one.
I don't get it. Like, okay, so we have like our playful shit talk, like Intel versus AMD, or PC versus Mac, or Xbox versus PlayStation. Those are like friendly rivalries. There's a difference between a friendly rivalry and just like elitism, gatekeeping, shit talking.
Yeah.
Right.
But you know, the
Shit
crazy
talking goes
thing is-
hand in hand with gaming, but to an extent.
Right. You know, but it's crazy. Like I'm doing a little research, and PC games in 2022, because I guess these statistics are a couple of years old. PC games earned $40 billion. Console games, $51 billion. Mobile games, almost $100 billion.
That's not surprising.
I believe that.
And
I've
to
got
me, I
mobile
think
games.
that's
I
part of
straight
the
up
issue.
spend
Spending
real
money
money
on a
on
mobile game?
Mm-hmm.
Click done.
I mean,
Yeah.
I think the only difference with mobile games is just the way they're designed.
They're designed to be.
That I think might be part of the issue.
go
Like
so
the
much
mechanics
so
they
fast.
use to make money.
Yeah.
How much of a game are they? And maybe that leans into some of this.
Plus, a lot of mobile games are pay to win.
elitism. That's the only thing I don't like about them. But to me, even Bejeweled on the phone is a game for a gamer. And I think that just unites us. Like, even my nan plays that. My nan's a gamer now. Like, that's something you can bond over.
Probably right now, my number one mobile game is Hearthstone. Now, I pride myself on being like a low sodium gamer. Like, I don't get upset at video games or people I'm playing against in video games very often. Like, otherwise, me and Freak just could not be friends. But something about Hearthstone.
He can only kill you so many times, Dizzy.
Like, something about Hearthstone sets me off. I get like weird competitive.
Because we don't like losing to stupid decks full of murlocs and pirates, Dizzy.
Well, I told you to just make a freaking real deck instead of use the default one they give you.
I'm still getting cards.
If you're gonna play ranked with the default deck, you deserve what you get.
This has been going on a while.
See? See? I take Hearthstone weirdly seriously.
Now let me ask you this, and this is what I found. Mobile games have a limit of depth, whereas PC, it could be deep.
Well, here's the thing. Like, I think it was maybe 3 or 4 years ago. I forget which iPhone I had. But the fact that I was able to download Final Fantasy VII, the entire game, and have Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, the entire game, on my phone, to me was just, and to have it to be PlayStation 2 level quality and maybe even a little better, I thought was just like, hey, it doesn't get a whole lot better than this, right?
But it wasn't initially made for a phone.
I didn't even know you could do that.
Yeah, you could download Final Fantasy. You could download all of the GTAs. Well, maybe.
Yeah, one of the earliest games I had was the GTA on the phone.
Yeah.
Because wouldn't that be emulators?
No,
Yeah.
the actual
They
game.
made a full version for Android.
It is like a
Okay.
port.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just looking this up right now. So, so you said it was like it's on par with the PS2 version, right? Is what you said?
I think it's even better. But yeah,
I
go
would
ahead.
say so. Final Fantasy VII, for the PS2, was it 2 discs?
Yep.
All right.
No, it wasn't. It more than that.
It's 4.
7 was on the PS1 and it was
Oh,
4
Oh,
discs.
yeah. Okay. So I'm looking at right now. It said each disc is around 450 megabytes. They add up to a total of 1,317 megabytes. So 1.3 gigs. That's nothing for a phone.
That's
and then
bad.
the PS2, let me look it up.
Yeah.
So the PS2 had 32 megabytes of RAM. 32 megabytes of RAM in a PS2.
Wow.
So my phone, I've got the I think it's the 14 Pro Plus.
So it literally ran off the disc.
So the 14 Pro
Yeah,
Plus. So
pretty much,
my cell phone has 6 gigs of RAM.
And then Asus makes those gaming phones with the little controller.
Yeah,
there's some
you can attach
interesting
the
phones now.
Yeah.
That's always been my issue is the controls for mobile games. Like I don't know how you're using touchscreen with no haptic, but the fact you can just plug controllers in. Yeah, and like little clips almost makes it like a Switch now.
Yeah.
You get weirdly used to it.
You can get RGB cooling for your phone now as well. So they're pretty much portable gaming devices.
I think it was wasn't it NVIDIA? They Strix, they made a cell phone.
It looks cool.
Oh yeah, it looks cool. I wanted it so bad, but I'm like, my cell phone company didn't offer it, which means I would have had to go pay full price. And I had just started at the company that I'm at right now, so I'm like, I don't make enough for that.
I mean, the 2 games that I play the most on my iPad are War Thunder Mobile, which is like a like a ship shooting Navy game. It's 16 and a half gigs, and Warframe, which is 12 gigs on my iPad. And the graphics look amazing to me, and so I don't know.
With Xbox moving to like more streaming services as opposed to consoles and whatnot, I think that's only going to get bigger.
Did we ever
Being able
talk
to just
about
stream
that?
any game.
Did we ever talk about that?
No, I brought it up I think a long time ago.
We mentioned it, but we didn't go in deep
saying
into
that they're going to pivot from consoles to streaming.
Yeah, is anybody going to try that? Because apparently you can go on Amazon right now for $80 and get the Xbox streaming system, and like 3 months of Xbox Live. It's like $80.
And that would be convenient. Like if it holds up, because Sam travels a lot. And the reason I finally talked him into a laptop is because he can't take his Xbox everywhere.
that part.
So
but basically,
if there's something like that.
If you look at it,
depends how good the network's going to be.
And it's a Fire Stick basically, and they give you an Xbox controller and a Fire Stick, and that's your gaming.
Google Stadia was doing it for a while, but I think they ended up giving up like Google Do. But that was starting to get popular again. So
have you seen
I can see it being the next thing.
Have you seen the NVIDIA Shield? Not the little handheld.
Oh yeah, I've wanted one for a long time.
No, not the handheld one. This is this is like a full on.
So does that count as mobile gaming?
Oh, it's like a dog.
Or
Yeah,
is that
like
console
station.
gaming? It's like the Steam Deck and the Shield. And
Well, you're streaming on someone else's machine, so it's
consoles or
nothing
mobile?
gaming.
That's a good question.
I'm going to say mobile because anytime that you can throw it, put it in your book bag and go somewhere, and you literally can play that anywhere that has an internet connection. You could put that in your laptop. You can, if you have the right connection, you can put it in an iPad and play Xbox on it. So I don't know. I think that's mobile.
So Goob, are you talking about the NVIDIA Shield, like the Android box, or you talking about the one that's like a Stream Deck?
The box there, it almost looked like a letter on its side, like a big envelope. I think it was like kind of green.
Yeah.
Because
I know the Shield used to be like it was like their little handheld thing.
It was a handheld one as well. Yeah.
I had bought the tablet, which was really cool until the battery wouldn't charge anymore.
Ooh.
And then I got the NVIDIA Shield because I'm big into Android boxes and stuff, and that's what I used it for. Unfortunately, it was like a $200 device, but it's got a lot of power in it.
See, I never had like the Shield or any of those. I used to have. Okay, so I had the original Game Boy. We bought it at a yard sale. Only half the screen worked, and I still beat motherfucking Kirby.
Boom.
With just the right half of the screen. And then I bought the Game Boy Advance. I had the red one, the one that flipped close. Was that the
DS?
Was that Nintendo DS?
Yeah. That was the Game Boy Advance SP that folded.
Whatever it was.
There were so many of them. There was so many.
Yeah, the Advance, and that was almost like an egg shape like this, and then you had the flip.
Yeah, I never had that one. I had like the little square.
I know, because I wanted that
flip.
one so badly. I only got it a few years ago.
But I used that and got into my Pokemons and everything, and then probably my next sort of like mobile console was my Switch, which I bought going to FanX one year, and I love it. Especially since you can play all the old games now. You can play like the straight up Nintendo games. You can play Super Nintendo games. They've got some N64 games floating around on there now. And they keep adding these games. They're free as long as you have like this sort of like the
extra membership.
Yeah, you have the membership, kind of like you have Xbox Game Pass or whatever. You have this thing for Nintendo, but it's cheaper. And you have access to these libraries of all these old games. Like I laughed so hard when they added I can't remember it. But anyway, so they've got a ton of really cool games. Earthbound, that's what I was trying to think. They added Earthbound to it.
She snapped her fingers, so we weren't just wondering if she was buffering.
I know we're about to go, but real quick, I just saw Xbox is rumored to be releasing a handheld gaming system.
That'd be cool. Oh, that reminds me. Xbox, that reminds me. You're talking about this magazine disappearing? Xbox is shutting down their Xbox 360 like online like store access and like the multiplayer. I think the multiplayer games and shit. You're no longer going to be able to access that old Xbox 360 shit.
Right. To download all your shit and get some hard drives together. Yep.
That sucks.
Dang.
But game companies can't keep these things going forever. I get it, but at the same time.
Yeah, because it just comes to they just start costing them money when for a handful of people.
No debt system.
Yeah, I mean that's like 3 fucking iterations ago.
That is crazy.
They should be.
But yeah, no, they are straight up shutting that down. If they haven't already, I have to look at the date.
Okay. Well, we're about to wrap it up. So, EBTCH, we're about to head back to real life. What would you like to say to the people before we head out?
Be nice to people.
Be nice to people. I get it. And Freak.
Not today.
It was not me earlier today.
Oh, here's your lasagna.
What would you like to say to the people, Freak, before we head out?
It's okay if you don't know what Alfredo sauce is at 30 years old.
It's not.
I'm saying it's fine.
It's just Alfredo.
That's hilarious. DRay, what would you like to say to people before we head out?
Whatever you do, do not open the jar of Alfredo during the first part of Power Ups International.
Understood. Dizzy, what would you like to say before we head out?
I'm gonna sort of like double down. Like I know I say it a lot, but just like if someone says you're not a real gamer, or the game you like is stupid, or the book you like is stupid, or the movie you like is stupid, fuck them. Like just like what you like. Don't let them
establish dominance.
Don't let them make you feel bad about like what you like doing. Just enjoy what you want to enjoy, and just like never mind with the rest of them. And if you are the rest of them, quit being dicks.
Oh,
you're gonna like this.
And Goob, what would you like to say before we head out?
Be kind. Just do what you love as long as it's legal. And shame on DRay for going after our back on my Facebook.
Indeed.
Shame.
Well, everybody, thank you for hanging out with us. And as always, we ask you to bring your friends and make sure you tell that friend a hello. Thank me for Super Earth. Gotta love it. All right, everybody. Well, you guys be safe. Definitely come check us out next week. Bring a friend. We love y'all. Peace. Perfect.